ladies, this is Jamie. Thank you for watching. This video is how do you get that guy to see you as a high value woman? There are 3 things that you must do in order for this man to see you as the one that got away and the one that he can't live without. I talk a lot on my videos about being a high value woman. A high value woman is a woman who knows her worth, who has standards, who has boundaries. She's loving, she's kind, she's caring, she's generous, she's honest, she's humble. She's also bold and courageous and assertive and professional and confident. She's classy, she's sexy, she's flirty, she's a little mysterious. She's all of it. That is why I named my company and my website, She's Everyday. She's everything, every day. God created woman to be all of these wonderful, amazing attributes and traits. And we have all of them. I feel that we have these traits deep in our spirit somewhere, or we at least have the ability to have them. But sometimes we don't let some of those traits shine through. Sometimes we're anxious and we're stressed and we're frustrated and we're scared and we're nervous and we're depressed, and we tend to adopt some other traits or some other characteristics that are not the most flattering. If you have a man that you are interested in, or you would like to have a man that you're interested in, you would like to have a loving, wonderful relationship, but you're struggling with that, or this guy that you're with doesn't see your worth and value. He puts you off. He treats you as a second choice. He treats you as an option. He's maybe selfish. He takes you for granted. He's orbiting you, ghosting you, whatever. If you are experiencing any of those things, then he does not see you as a high value woman. But I am going to help you with that. So again, step number 1 is you must develop high value women traits. And I have an e-course called She Heals and another e-course called She's the One. Both of those e-courses have a chapter on high value women traits, and I have listed 35 of them. I already went over some of them in the beginning of this video. Any woman can have 5 or 10 high value traits. But if this guy is putting you off, I guarantee you he's looking around at other women and he's assessing which woman has the most assets. Which woman is the best? Which one rises to the top of his scale? How can you be the one that rises to the top? Now listen, I am not telling you to change yourself for a man. I am telling you to change yourself for you. Be the best version of you that you can be. Be everything you were created to be. Be everything every day. He will just notice it, and that's just a bonus. Let's face it, we are all out there in life. If you're in the dating scene, you are looking for the absolute best person for you. You don't expect them to be perfect, but there are certain traits, certain characteristics that you're looking for. Why does it seem like some men and some women are just awesome? They're just so great. Have you ever looked at a woman and thought, man, her guy is wonderful. Her husband or her fiance is amazing. Why can't I get a guy like that? I used to always think that, why do I get the losers, or why am I attracted to the bums? Look, sometimes we just are. Sometimes we're just attracted to the wrong guy, and it has nothing bad to say about yourself. You just need to change the type of person that you are attracted to. But when you transform yourself into a high value woman, everything goes better. Finances go better. Your health goes better. Relationships with family and friends go better. You feel more confident. But relationships with men go better, and more men are attracted to you because now you are the whole package. You've got all of it, and no other woman will be able to compare with you. Okay, I know I'm rambling on about high value women traits, but I cannot stress this enough. If you listen to the second and third point that I'm going to make in this video, but you do not work on yourself to develop into a high value woman, you're going to lose every single time. In fact, number 2 and number 3 things that you need to do to get this man to see you as high value are contingent upon number 1, being high value, or at least on the journey. So you have to get this e-course. You've got to be able to look at these 35 traits and become her. So the second thing you need to do for him to see you as high value is you need to have standards. And again, that's one of the high value women traits is she has high standards. You need to really stop and assess what you want in a relationship and what you deserve. Write them down if you have to. You want to be made a priority at least sometimes. Obviously, there are times his work is going to have to be a priority, or his children if he has any, whatever. But you should be a priority sometimes too. Maybe you say, I want a man that is going to be intentional about making dates with me, calling me, keeping his word. If he says we're going to do something on Saturday night, we do something Saturday night, and he doesn't bail on me. Write them down. Whatever your standards are, you need to write them down, and you need to hold to those. You need to express those to that guy and say, here's what I need in this relationship to feel worthy, to feel valued, to feel loved, to feel comfortable, to feel safe. These are the things that I have to have. Can you do those things? These are your non-negotiables. These are the hills you're willing to die on. So if you say, I don't like it when you hit up these other girls on social media, when you like their sexy posts, if that's a hill you're willing to die on, hey, that's okay. I am not here to tell you that that is wrong. That personally was one of the hills I was willing to die on. Don't be acting like you're single on social media, but yet want to stay in a relationship with me, and you want me to appear like I'm in a relationship, but yet you can act any way you want. That's a hill I'm willing to die on. That is a non-negotiable. You're going to have your own, but you need to have your standards high. Do not lower them just because you love him. Don't lower your standards because, well, he grew up different and he doesn't really know how to treat a woman. No, he's an adult. You could tell him one time, hey, here's what I have to have. Either he can do it or he can't. And then that leads us to the third thing you need to do for him to see you as high value. You need to be able to walk away. If you say, this is the hill I'm willing to die on, then you better die on that hill if he doesn't meet that standard. You have to say, I'm out. Now, you can give him an ultimatum. Men say they hate ultimatums, but listen, we give ultimatums to everybody. You give ultimatums in the workplace. Other countries give countries ultimatums. You give children ultimatums. Do this or you're sitting in timeout. You can just say, look, here's what I have to have. If I don't have those, I'm going to have no choice but to back out of this relationship. I prefer to call it an opportunity. You could call it an ultimatum. I'm calling it an opportunity to step up and be the man that I need you to be and do the right thing here. Whatever you want to call it doesn't matter, but you have to be willing to walk away. If you give an ultimatum and he breaks it, he doesn't adhere to it, and you never walk away, then your no never means no. Your standards really are not that important to you. This man will walk on you every single day. He will disrespect you. He will disrespect your standards. And over time, that relationship will just keep deteriorating more and more and more. Because once you give an ultimatum and you don't walk away, he knows he can do whatever he wants from then on out. Your words have to have teeth. They have to have consequences. They have to have weight behind them. I am not telling you that walking away is easy. Walking away is one of the hardest things you will ever do. Trust me, I know. I have had to walk away from some relationships from people that I thought I loved so much. And I literally thought I was dying. I was going through such a grieving process, but I knew I had to do it for me. You may love this guy, but ladies, you have to love yourself more. And you have to know what you deserve. And you have to put yourself through the most horrific times. Sometimes you have to put yourself through the pit of hell so that you can come out on the other side better. I promise you, when you do this, this man will start realizing that you have value. It may take him a while. It may take him several months. It may take him a year or years even. I have seen men come back after years of walking away and disregarding you, only to say, you were the one and I've never been able to find anybody else like you. It's because you became the high value woman. Ladies, all of these three things that you need to do to make him see you as a high value woman are in my e-courses, especially the one called She's the One. She's the one he can't live without. She's the one he regrets losing. If you will follow the advice that I give there, as well as the advice I give on my videos, I promise you it is going to make a huge change, not only in the way you see yourself, but in the way this guy sees you. Ladies, I want to see you win in every area of your life. I want you to crush every one of your goals, including relationship goals. There's nothing worse than being in a horrible relationship or even just a meaningless, mediocre relationship. You deserve better. Hit the like, hit the follow, get one of my e-courses. God bless you guys. I will see you in the next video.